God damn it. Stepped on the headphone cord. Back again. We are back again. Yo, what is up, Steelers Nation? What is up, YouTube? We are back. Season 2, Episode 1 of the Steelers WattsCast. How you guys doing? Long time no see. A lot of things transpired since the last time we talked at the end of last season. A little bit of a disappointing, not a little bit, it was very disappointing end to the season, but we are back. We are exactly 1 week away from the start of the season for the Steelers, at least. Season officially kicks off this upcoming Thursday. I'm recording this just before midnight on August 31st, so happy September, everybody. I can't believe how fast time is going and how fast the summer is gone. But, yeah, our Steelers team, it looks a lot different than it did the time that this season ended. So, I have a lot to cover. I want to go over some of the roster changes, the initial 53-man roster that dropped about a week ago. I want to go over the our season predictions and just kind of talk about, the Minka trade a little bit, our receiver room. I don't know if there's really much, I don't really know if there's really much more there. Maybe a little bit of Omar Khan with the way he's been trying to build out the team compared to years in the past. But with that being said, sorry I'm smoking on some Baltimore/Browns/Bengals pack. Just to help get my mind right, get the juices going. It's late, but I really wanted to get this video out for you guys, so hopefully you guys like this. So, how about we start with How about we start with the team that's actually going to be taking the field here. So, let me change my camera over here. So, one of the most notable rooms is our QB room. We got no more Russ. We have no more Justin Fields. And who was our third quarterback last year? I don't even remember. Yeah, if somebody wants to let me know in the comments, I honestly forgot. But we brought in Aaron Rodgers. We also brought back Mason Rudolph. Skylar Thompson's in there. And Will Howard. We kept 4 quarterbacks. Although since this has been released, we know that Will Howard has been moved to IR. And Chuck Clark has been brought back, and we brought back one other player. I can't remember exactly who, but I know we brought back Chuck Clark. So the quarterback off the rip, I was strongly against the Aaron Rodgers signing when it was first getting rumored. Not that he's not a great quarterback, not that he's not a Hall of Famer, one of the best quarterbacks. In my opinion, when he was really cooking, I thought he was probably the best quarterback ever, not necessarily on accolades. You got your Brady's, and Peyton Manning's actually my favorite NFL player of all time. But I just thought the way Aaron Rodgers could deliver the ball at any arm angle, could make any throw, very precise, could throw on the run, all this good stuff. In my opinion, I just thought he was, the best to ever do it. But he's 41. He is 41. I was in the camp of bringing back Justin Fields. We will see him week 1, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So we can kind of see, how that decision ages for us. But, I've come to accept it. I was never a Aaron Rodgers hater. I'm just worried about this man dropping back 30 times a game at 41 years old when you have the Ravens defense and Myles Garrett that you have to see twice a year, not to mention some of these other tough competitions we're going to have to play throughout the season, which, again, we'll talk about here in a little bit. So, Aaron Rodgers, QB1. Skylar Thompson, really impressed. Even I was impressed with Skylar Thompson. People are talking about him possibly taking the number 2 job from Mason Rudolph. I don't know if the Steelers are going to do that because, the Steelers are the Steelers. And they like to do what the fuck they want to do. So we will see how that shakes out as the season goes on. But I'm optimistic. 8 is not one of my numbers for the Steelers that I like. I hate the number 8. I hate the number 14. And was it 84? No, not 84. That's AB. There's another number, but 8 and 14 off the rip. I just think they had bad luck with them when it comes to the Steelers, at least within the last 30 years as I've been watching. So moving on, running backs. We let go of Naj. We buy Naj. So I know that it was probably time. We probably didn't want to pay him. Jalen Warren looked just as good for the most part. And then we drafted Caleb Johnson in, what was it, the third round? I believe we drafted him in the third or fourth round. And we surprised we got Kenneth Gainwell from Philly. So this running back room, I like it. It's going to take a little getting used to. I think Jalen Warren has a little bit more speed, so we could maybe see a little bit more explosiveness. Caleb Johnson, I think he had a solid preseason. It was up and down for him. But we'll be able to see what he's able to do. He reminds me kind of like a power back, a workhorse back. He looks like a very solid dude. His college tape jumps. He jumps off the film on his college tape. So we will see how that works out for us as the season goes on. And then Kenneth Gainwell, man, he's just a little firecracker. Pause. He can catch the ball in the backfield. He's speedy. He has very good vision. Is one thing I've always noticed with him. You see him on the outside a lot, but a lot of times he starts in and bounces outside, and he's able to outrun a lot of people. So I'm excited for this group. Aaron Rodgers needs somebody to help take the pressure off of him. I think Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell are also very good receiving backs. So I think that'll help with with checkdowns along with the tight ends, which we'll talk about here in a second. So offensive line, man, no more Dan Moore. No more Dan Moore. Respect the Dan Moore as far as, he got him a bag. I can't remember if he went to Tennessee. He went somewhere. He got a bag. He got such a bag that we got a draft pick for it. That's how big of a bag he got. Crazy. That happened a couple of times with a couple of our players. But with him out, our man Broderick Jones is actually going to be able to take the field at his natural position for the first time in his career with us, which is his third year. It's kind of criminal. I get injuries happen, and Mike Tomlin likes guys that can wear a lot of hats and do a lot of different things. But to ask a rookie and second-year player to play more on the opposite side, more than where he was actually drafted at, and play very meaningful snaps, it's kind of crazy. We saw it a lot in that Denver game. I think we had 2 touchdowns called back. He got benched. And then, Troy Fautanu came in, got hurt, and then Broderick had to go right back in. So we finally get some continuity with Broderick Jones back on the left. Troy Fautanu gets to take the right spot. Zach Frazier, an up-and-coming beast, is man in the middle. We got it's not Spencer Anderson, I'm sorry. We got Mason McCormick, the surprise rookie. He was our 4th round pick last year, right? He's filling in at right guard since we let, who was our guy last year that got hurt? Had the cushion on his helmet. Damn. I think he's another one we got a draft pick for because he got a bag. But anyway, he's going to be manning the right side. Isaac Seumalo is going to man the left guard position. And then Calvin Anderson, Spencer Anderson, and Ryan McCullum are going to be backups along with Adrius Pete, who I'm not real familiar with. So we got a young line. We invested a lot in this line. This line should be solid. They're young. They're hungry. Isaac Seumalo is proven. Zach Frazier jumped off the tape as a rookie. And, a lot of people mentioned his name. He could really have a very strong season this year as long as he stays healthy. And Mason McCormick, he's just a big farm boy, man. If you ever see his interviews or people, he's just a big dude, man. Like, came from a small school, and he's hungry. And I think he can. I think he can be all right. I think he can be all right. So young line, they got a lot to prove, but if they gel, They could be very similar to those 2010 lines that we had that all started off young. And, we had all pros in there with the Castro and Pouncey. We had Pro Bowlers in there with Villanueva. There's potential here. There's potential in the room. Now, tight ends, it's going to be controversial. Controversial. Pat Fryermuth, Jonnu Smith, and Darnell Washington are all capable tight ends. They can all start. To be honest with you, Darnell Washington might not be the receiver that the other two are, but that man can block and he can catch. He is not a bad tight end. He's just not like a wide receiver pretend to be a tight end, which is a lot of what the NFL is now. This man can actually move people. He can move people. He is a big man. So that's a solid ass tight end room. The fact that we got Jonnu Smith, this man is a Pro Bowler. I don't really know how they're figuring to do this. I don't know if we're going to run more 2 tight end sets. I don't know if we're going to actually run 3 tight end sets. I don't know if Pat Fryermuth is going to get the majority of the targets. I don't know if John is going to get the majority of the targets. I don't know how they're planning to split that up. But I can tell you one thing is we have 2 very good pass-catching tight ends. Darnell Washington is a very good passing tight end and a key blocker. I think it gives us a little versatility to run 2-man sets with, mix around the 3 people so you don't always know, like, hey, Darnell's in, it's probably a run play. Hey, Fryermuth's in, it's probably a pass play. Gives a little bit more mystique, doesn't make us so predictable. And then we have Connor Hayward. And a lot of people were mad at him, calling him out on Twitter as soon as the 53 dropped. And, we see no Beanie Bishop, but we do see Connor Hayward. I'll touch more on Beanie Bishop in a little bit. Pause. I always think that's crazy when people say they're going to touch on people. I get it's just a turn of phrase. Anyway, Connor Hayward, he's a guy that wears a lot of hats. He is a very good special team player. And he's solid for what he is. He can block. He can catch. He has short hands. He's good in the short yardage. He can run up the field. He can stretch the field. He is not just Cameron Hayward's little brother, because if that was the case, TJ Watt's brother was on the team at the exact same position, and he got cut. Derek Watt, I don't know if anybody remembers that. It was like 3 seasons ago. It hasn't been that long. Connor Hayward may be better than what Derek was, but Derek was a Pro Bowl fullback in San Diego. So, I don't think he was in the league anymore after he played with us. So, just giving some context there. That's all. That's it. Don't come for me. I'm just giving context. So, I'm not mad at him making the team. I think if we really wanted Beanie, we would have had him, which I think we should have Beanie Bishop. I think it's a huge mistake that he's on the practice squad right now. I'm glad he's still on the team. But I think it's a huge mistake, even though our cornerback room is loaded, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But it's not Connor Hayward's fault. There's 52 other people. It could have been anyone. Connor Hayward, I do like. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it, So, Beanie Bishop's probably a better player than Connor Hayward. So moving on, wide receiver room. This is also a controversial topic. Robert Woods didn't make the team. I smacked the shit out the fly that time. Robert Woods didn't make the team, which I think is kind of crazy considering, Mike Tomlin loves veterans. But wide receiver, we got Calvin Austin III, who I think is going to have a big year. DJ Metcalf, Scotty Miller, who I actually like a lot, made plays for us last year. Check some of the old tape. I was saying his name. We ended up cutting him at the end of the season. I can't remember. He made it. Ben Skoranek made it, which I also like. Scrappy dude. Seems to make plays when we really need him. Good special teams player. And then Roman Wilson. That man popped off film in preseason. We didn't get to see him really at all last year. I think they said he played like 12 snaps. Didn't catch a ball. National champion Roman Wilson, Michigan, a couple years back. Ohio State won it this year. Kind of crazy back-to-back years, Michigan, Ohio State. Anyway. He looked good on film. So my theory is with Aaron Rodgers being old, they're trying to give him that Tom Brady-ish style receiver group, with the small, speedy, cutty, separation creating whites, but we have black men. Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson fit that build. Of course, Scotty Miller. So there we go, right there. I think they're trying to have a lot of shifty, quick in and out of break type receivers. Ben Skoranek is going to be there for rotation and special teams. Same with Scotty, but I think Scotty probably sees the field more than Ben. DJ Metcalf is going to be a beast. That man is just a freak of nature. I can't believe he's on the team. I really can't. And no more George Pickens. He's down in Dallas talking shit, which is kind of crazy, man. I really love George Pickens. I just wish it could have worked out. I wish he could have got it right and got out of his own way. But, I mean, what can you do? But I hope he does well. I hope he catches, 100 balls for 1,500 yards and they lose every game because fuck the Cowboys. But I hope he has a great season and the team does awful. So, yeah, that's our updated wide receiver rooms. No more Van Jefferson if you want to, throw him in there. No more Van Jefferson. Thank God. Moving on to defensive line, they're stacked. Keanu Bitten, going to be a good one. He's third year. Yaya Black was the talk of the town. First 2 preseason games. Looks very solid. He's on Cam Hayward's podcast. Dude's got a lot of personality. Lets the belly hang out. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be very good. I'm not going to lie. I don't know who the Daniel Iku. I'm not familiar with the gentleman. No disrespect. Derek Harmon, man, that dude. Oh my, he's going to start. He's going to start as a rookie. He is a beast, bro. You see him. I saw him a lot at Oregon playing NCAA last year. Dude is a monster. So I think he's gonna have a good year. Cameron Hayward, he's gonna play. I know that people were mad at him about the contract stuff. It's all gonna work out. It'll be fine. He probably should have bet on himself because, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you're going to think you're going to have an all-pro year. You should have put that in the contract. Bro, come on now. Like, hindsight's 20/20. Like, it's easy to say that after the fact. But he was an all-pro last year at like 34. He was always good. He was just hurt the year before last, and then he comes back healthy, and he's an all-pro. Maybe consider paying him. That's all I'm saying. Like, Logan Lee, Isaiah Loudermilk, and my apologies, brother. I am not familiar with you. Is Essie Automio? It's the best I got. So we're deep. We're deep in the defensive line area. Linebackers. This is an exciting group here, man. Sorry, I was about to read that. Carson Bruner. Who the fuck is Carson Bruner, bro? Is that a typo? No disrespect. Carson Bruner. Malik Harrison. Who are these people? They got to be special teams guys, bro. You know what? I have heard Carson Bruner. People were talking about him on YouTube. So anyway, Nick Herbig, very good. Knows how to get to the quarterback. Knows how to force fumbles. Alex Highsmith knows how to get to the corner, or knows how to get to the quarterback, and knows how to stop the run. Cole Holcomb, hey, shout out Cole Holcomb. Devastating knee injury 2 years ago. Friendly fire, hit by his own man. Took 2 years to heal. He's back on the field. He's our backup, dude. That man was really good. That was why we signed him. But he got hurt. Damn it. Sorry, I gotta keep using this torch while my lighters are dead. Anyway, Patrick Queen, he did not have the best year, but he still was like what, top 30, top 40 in the NFL top 100. The dude can play, and he's very fast, and I'm happy to have him as a starting linebacker. I know some people are a little upset with him, but very respectable dude, very respectful dude. Um, very very prompt, very polite from everything I see with him, and I'm a fan. So and he wears the number 6, which is dope. Um, I think he's going to have an even, I think he's going to have a better year. I think he's going to have a very good year. TJ Watt, I'm expecting to get 15 sacks or more again this year. I want him to stay healthy. He just got paid. So TJ Watt is TJ Watt. Should be a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 3 times. Um, but yeah, TJ Watt, my God. Jack Sawyer, national champion, just like Will Howard, Ohio State. I can't believe this dude. We drafted him in the 4th round. I'm pretty sure everybody was drafted in the 4th round. Our whole team was drafted in the 4th round. I'm excited for this guy, man. This dude is good. I can't believe he's dropped to where he did. The fact that we have TJ, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, and Jack Sawyer all rotating at the edge position is crazy. I think we can get a lot of sacks, with that rotation. And then Peyton Wilson, man, this dude is a freak athlete. He is so fast. He can cover. He is mean. He's tough. He's not afraid to tackle. He'll throw his face mask in the pile, throw his helmet in there. This dude is going to be a very good linebacker. I think people are going to really start to take notice of this guy this year. I think he's probably, out of all the players we talked about, as far as, young players, I think he's the one that can very quickly become a superstar. Not saying, best ever, but I think he could, I think he has all pro potential. I think he's that good. This is his 2nd year. He went crazy as a rookie. I think he's going to be good. So moving on, defensive backs, Brandon Echoes, Deshaun Elliott, one of my favorite players from last year, Dante Kent, Miles Killebrew, JPJ, Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, and Juan Thorhill. I was devastated, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The Jalen Ramsey rumors have been going on for months. I never thought we would actually get Jalen Ramsey, but since they talked about it for so long, when I saw it actually happen, I'm like, oh shit! We actually got him. That's kind of crazy. I was like, I know he's a little older, but it's Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, we got Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, that's actually pretty dope. And I was like, oh, we got a tight end too. That's dope. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went about my day, didn't think much of it. Got on Twitter a little bit later, and I was seeing these farewell posts to Minka. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Minka ain't go. I'm like, oh, we got Jalen Ramsey too with Minka, right? He's going to play other corner. Minka's in the backfield, and Deshaun Elliott, and then JPJ. I'm like, and then I fucking look, and I'm like, damn, dog. Hey, Minka Fitzpatrick was in that trade, dude. Damn. So I get, since the trades happened, a lot of people have been pointing out on film about him being in the wrong spots, maybe him taking some chances, like a Palomalu would back in the day, taking chances trying to make plays, and they just weren't, unfortunately, working out for the defense, and a lot of people were left in bad position because he wanted to make a play, and either he didn't or the play wasn't there to be made. So a lot of that has come out. They trace back to, some of the things about, people saying, guys just got to do their jobs and all these different things, and they're rumored about who are they talking about. And nobody ever said Minka Fitzpatrick, at least not that I heard, and I never thought. But apparently that's part of the reason. They think he was slipping, and they thought they were getting more of a splash with Jalen Ramsey being able to play not only outside corner, but inside corner, and he can play safety. So it's cool to see that number 5 on a skill position player, just like it's cool to see number 6 on a skill position, or not a skill position player, but not a kicker or a quarterback. For the Steelers, who are very traditional, it's kind of cool to see them kind of open up the reins and letting people get some of these low numbers. I think it's cool at least. So yeah, I really really like Minka. He is very professional. Seemed like old soul. You know, like a good locker room guy. Just like a good leader to have in the team. And you think about the defense, you think our all pros: Cam Hayward, T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick. So I hope he does well. I hope he has 10 picks. But they lose half their games, all their games, especially the one against the Steelers. I'm pretty sure we play Miami this year. But yeah. But Juan Thornhill, I mean, he looks good. JPJ, we're hoping to see, the same JPJ, just less penalties. Jalen Ramsey, we're looking forward to seeing a lot of him. Darius Slay is old, but I mean, he did good last year, so we'll see what happens with him this year. Our secondary on paper has gotten better. If we had prime Minka, 2019 Minka, I'd say it's the same. But with Minka the last 2 years, it probably is a little better. And shout out to what was his name, Jackson, Dante Jackson, played the other corner last year. Had like 6 picks, but he was always hurt. So they decided to move on from him. So we'll see. And then of course we got the man, the myth, the legend, Chris Boswell, best kicker in the league. Has been for several years now. He does not get massages. Like Justin Tucker. He might get massages, but he ain't doing that Tucker shit. But Corliss Waitman, he beat out our Aussie. What's his name? Damn, man. I didn't mean to forget his name. Cameron something. Cameron Johnston, is that his name? I really like that guy. He looked like Bill Burr. But Corliss Waitman beat him out. And Bill Burr, I wish him very well. I'm sure he's going to be punting for another team. And then the Kuntz, Christian Kuntz, he has a great podcast, man. Long snapper, very reliable. Kuntz is not going anywhere anytime soon until he wants to go somewhere. So glad he didn't get seriously injured in that preseason game. It was a little scary for him, but he said he's fine. So yeah, man, 53-man roster, and there was a lot of people on there that I am not a casual Steelers fan, and I was not the most familiar with some of these people. So that's why I was kind of saying, take it with a grain of salt when it comes to Connor Hayward. I get it, but I mean, there's plenty of people on this roster that Beanie could have made the team over. It's when you got a rookie, an undrafted rookie, that type of story, man, gets 4 picks, 2 of them against the quarterback that we signed to come save us. I think that counts for something. So wouldn't have been my idea to let him go, but maybe they should hire me, and we'd probably have a little bit more success. Okay, anyway, moving on. So I thought, thinking about the season overall, what our record will be. With the team that we had, I thought we were going to have DK and George, which I would have really liked to see. Didn't see us getting Jalen Ramsey. I was, 10-7. I was thinking 10-7. After all the moves and stuff, I was thinking 10-7. I like 10-7. But I said, now we got a little bit of a range. We can be anywhere from like 10-7 to like 12-5. That was my range. So we'll go down the list here of our schedule. I don't know if this is the best idea because I can whoops can sometimes be a little biased, but let's I grab my pen and paper because I'm old and I'll forget what I just said. Okay, so Make this easy. We'll do wins and losses and just use tallies. So, week number 1, Aaron Rodgers revenge game. Justin Fields revenge game. NFL story writers had their paws all over this schedule. We win. Week 1. We win. We start off 1-0. I just don't think Aaron Rodgers loses to the Jets. I just don't. I don't think the Jets are that good of a team. I think Justin Fields is good, but I mean, if Aaron, they got Breece Hall. They got, what's his name? The receiver from Ohio State, Garrett Wilson. Is that his name? Beast. I think we win though. So we're taking a 1-0 start against the Jets. And then we have our home opener against the Seahawks in week 2. Who's their quarterback? The dude from the Vikings, right? Sam Darnold. We won that game too. Yeah, we won that game. So moving on to week 3. The lowly Patriots, which for that exact reason right there, I called them the lowly Patriots. We lose that game. We always lose to the Patriots. I don't care if Bill's not there anymore. I don't care if Brady's not there anymore. It's probably going to be a trap game because we're going to be 2-0. And like for some reason we just do that shit. Until I see us not do that shit, we do that shit. So we're going to lose that game. Puts us at 2-1. So next game we actually go across the pond, as they say. We go across the pond to play the Vikings in Ireland. We cannot lose this fucking game. Mike will not let me hear the end of it if we lose this game. We cannot lose this game, and therefore we're not going to lose this game. We're going to do a good job against Justin Jefferson. We'll probably just double team him. Addison will probably eat a little bit. Their tight end will probably eat a little bit. Their quarterback is a rookie, essentially, after getting hurt last year. So we win that game. So we win that game. And then after that we have a bye, bro. Why do we have a bye in week 5? There are 17 games, brother. 17 games. Why is our bye at week 5? That's like that's not even a quarter of the way through the season. Or a third, I mean. Definitely not a quarter. Ah, dude. A week 5 bye? That just pissed me off. I'm about to shut this shit off. Bro, that's so stupid. Stupid. Anyway. After our week 5 bye, we come back and we play Cleveland at home. We win that game. Cleveland sucks. They always suck. They're probably going to beat us the second go around, but we win the first game. After that, we play Cincinnati. Are they serious, bro? From the Browns, bro. They hate us. The NFL hates us. What do we do? What do we do? Like, why would you back-to-back divisional games? And this one's on Thursday? Bro, they're smoking dick. We win. We win that game. Are you fucking kidding me? We go from playing the Browns on the 12th to playing the Bengals on the 16th. Thursday night football. Bro, I hate Thursday night football. I really do. Make it Friday night. Call Friday Night Lights. Fuck high school football. Who cares? You can watch both at the same time. You're not going to miss anything. Gives the players one more day of rest at least. Anyway, we're 5-1. Going to Green Bay. Oh, and it's in Pittsburgh. We win that game. I don't see Aaron Rodgers losing that game. But they now have damn Micah Parsons. Why do they have Micah Parsons, dude? That that bugs me. So Aaron Rodgers is going to be out there trying to play hero ball, and you got fucking Micah Parsons, a big muscle chicken nugget, coming around the bro. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. You know what? I take it back. We lose that game. We'll win against the Jets. But at this point in the season, and it's a Sunday night game in Pittsburgh, nope, I'm changing it back. We win. I didn't realize it was Sunday night. We win. We win that game. Aaron Rodgers doesn't lose a Sunday night game in Pittsburgh. So, yeah, we're 6-1. The Colts. Why do the Colts always beat us, dude? Why do the Colts always beat us? That's dumb, bro. We lose. 6-2. Cincinnati, again, we played them twice early. We beat them the first time. We're going to lose the second one. We'll beat them in Cincinnati. They'll beat us in Pittsburgh. That's usually how it goes, which is kind of crazy. And then we go to play the Bears. Caleb Williams, fingernail polish. Ben Johnson, he went there, right? They're going to be all right. Not good enough to beat us, though. We win. They lose. We're 7-3. Buffalo. God damn, bro. Buffalo? Do we got to play Buffalo every fucking year? We play them every year. Look, if it's not in the regular season, we play them in the playoffs. Or we play them both times. Bro, how many times are we going to get Buffalo off our schedule? We lose that. 7-4, bro. This is where it starts to get kind of tricky, dude, because we are not good in December at all. And we're supposed to be releasing hell in December. But our first game is in Baltimore. We win that game. We're 8-4. Coming down the stretch here, Miami. Minka Fitzpatrick's revenge game. We win that game. Miami sucks. And they got to come to Pittsburgh at night in December. Yeah, we win that game. And then we got to play Detroit, bro. Why the fuck do we have to play Detroit? These schedule makers are hoes. I mean, there's no other way around it. They're hoes. We lose that. Wait. Okay, I was about to say. We play them right after Baltimore. That would have been criminal. Yeah, that would have been criminal. Glad they threw that Miami game in the middle. All right. So, we lose to Detroit. I think we lose to the Browns as well. We always do that shit. We beat them, and then it's late in the season. We're rolling, or we're surviving, keeping our head above water. We should be good, and we lose to the Browns. So, what does that make us? Let's see. I got us at 9-6. And then lastly, we got to play Baltimore. And then, according to my prediction here, we're going to need to win this fucking game to make the playoffs. And it's to be determined. So they could flex it. This could be a Sunday night game. We win. We have to. We have to win. So did I count that right? 4 is 8, 10. Yep. I got us at. That all being said and done. Maybe. There we go. with all being said and done, I got us at 10-7. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we get that 12-win mark. Hopefully we're flying into the postseason, division champions. Aaron Rodgers looking good, and we're feeling optimistic about the playoffs. And I mean, even if we're crawling in at 10-7, for beating good teams and losing the shitty teams again, it's just going to kind of be more of the same. And I really love to see a playoff win. I think hopefully this can be our best quarterback play that we've had since Ben. I know Russ had a hot streak there for a little bit, but it flamed out so crazy. Yeah. Looking at the clock here, it's been 40 minutes. Yeah, it's been 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it there, but yeah, we'll be back. We'll do one of these every week. I just wanted to get a video out before the season started. So, shout out Steelers. I can't wear my Najee jersey anymore because we play them this year, which is kind of crazy. I have no Steelers jerseys. All my Steelers jerseys that I've had, all these players have not stuck around. So, whose jersey should I get next that won't, probably be good for more than a couple of years? I was thinking of a DK Metcalf jersey would be fire with the 4. I just don't really like the number 4. A Patrick Queen jersey with the number 6. I'm probably not going to get an Aaron Rodgers jersey, I'll be honest with you. So, Joey Porter Jr., I like it. I just don't like the number 24. That was the other number I didn't like. 8, 14, and 24 they're not my favorite numbers. Shout out to Ike Taylor, though. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Anybody who's made it to this point of the video, thank you for listening to Old Man Ramble. I appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll be back next week. GG's. All right, and sub and like and sub.